Hey there, I'm Shauna and welcome to Yoga Snacks. I teach yoga at the Yoga Center, Winnipeg, and I'd like to share just a few of my favorite practices with you. Today's practice, we're going to spend a lot of time on the floor, and some things you might like to have, a couple of pillows. I've got a big pillow here. If you've got something like a bolster or a thicker pillow, that would be great. I've got a couple of blocks. You can substitute anything for these. And I've got a blanket. That's mostly what I'll be using today. So if you like to pause the show and run and get it, or walk and get it, is maybe more yoga-like. And once you're ready, we're going to sit with a long spine. Take a moment to place your feet centered so the toes are pointing straight ahead. Line your shoulders over your ears. And perhaps let your eyes gently close. As you close your eyes, just start to take your attention inward. And notice what you feel. You might look for the feeling of the breath as it flows in and out, and notice where you feel the breath. Maybe you feel your chest rise and fall, or your belly move. Maybe there's a sensation in your shoulders or your upper back. You might feel it in your throat or your nostrils. There's no right way to feel this. And there's no right place to feel it. Wherever you notice it, sometimes we even notice it in stranger places like our skin, or the palms of our hands, or the soles of the feet. And even though that may not make sense to your mind, just go with it. Don't judge it. Instead, connecting to the sensations, connecting to your experience. And then bring your hands up together into a prayer position. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms, and straighten your elbows to the best of your ability. Stretching through your arms as you inhale, take your arms up and reach them up towards the ceiling. Press the palms towards the sky, open through the sides of the body and the elbows. And even if your arms are forward or slightly bent, that's okay. Whatever your body is presenting today, don't judge, just feel. Feel what it's like. And perhaps look for your breathing. Where do you feel it? Notice how the different postures shape your breath and affect your breath. So from here, we're going to release the hands, take the right hand to the side of the chair, and let the left arm reach overhead. If you have any kind of shoulder issue, you can always put your hand on your head, or even keep your left hand on your hip. But otherwise, use the arm to help extend the spine. And then as you stay here for a few moments, just notice and feel, where am I breathing? What's it like? And let this awareness of the breath, awareness of your inner sensations be the most important thing right now. Then inhale and come up. Bring your hands back together at your heart. Interlace your fingers with the other baby finger on the outside. Flip your palms, straightening your arms. And then slowly, as you inhale, take your arms up and press up with the hands. Lengthening through the sides of the body, opening through your elbows. And as you stay here for a few moments, feel your breath. Where is it? What's it like? Sometimes when you're watching the breath, you get a spontaneous urge to sigh or take a deeper breath, and let that happen. Don't try to control your breath, just let the breath guide you. As you exhale, release your hand, put your left hand on the chair seat or the floor if you're sitting on the floor to do this, and side bend a little bit to your left. Let the right side of the body open, and as you do, notice where you feel the breath. What's it like? Awesome. And then inhale and come all the way up. Take both arms up for a moment. Take your feet a little bit wider apart. Maybe if you're on the chair width. As you exhale, fold forward and let your arms dangle. Let your head drop. If you feel dizzy at all, you can come up onto your elbows, but otherwise, just feel free to stay here. Then to come up, place your hands on your thighs. Look forward a little bit and use your inhale to help you come up. Okay, so now we're going to make our way down onto the floor, and I don't have a wall in this space where I'm working, so I'm going to use the back of the chair like a wall. But if you have a wall or even a door that you can use, that would be great. I'm also going to use this thicker, longer pillow to help me. So lying down on the back, head supported on a comfy pillow, and then legs resting against, we'll see how this works. So if you're at home, you might find that a chair is not that stable, but a wall would be good. So if you've got a chair and you don't have a wall, rest your chair against another chair so it doesn't move. And just let your legs rest open. Your hips are away from the wall or the chair. Arms rested open to the side. And relax as much as possible. You can even take your feet wide apart. And now that you're lying down with your legs in the air, notice what you feel. Where's the breath? If it's comfortable, you can take your hands and interlace them under your head or under the pillow. And this is a great place to stay. It's very calming and quieting to the nervous system. Also helps with circulation. After being here just for a few moments like we have been, on the exhale, turn your head to look to your right. And just turning a little bit so that there's no pain in the neck, so that your back body can remain relaxed upon the floor. Your only job to feel the breath is with a sense of kindness and curiosity, noticing where you feel it, what changes as you change your posture. And then bring your head back to the centered place. Maybe if your fingers were interlaced, change the interlace. Deep breath, and as you exhale, turn the other way. Eyes can close. Allow your whole body to be rested here. Breath flowing freely. And even if it's hard to notice the breath, that's okay. Sometimes the breath gets very quiet when the rest of us gets quiet. Then slowly turn your head back to center. Release your arms. Bend your knees, slide them down the wall or whatever you're resting them on, and bring your knees in towards your chest. You can rock a little bit slowly from side to side. Then place your feet down onto the floor. Move yourself back a little bit, still staying on the floor, still with a pillow under your head. Bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to open. And this is where, if you've got some pillows or towels or even yoga blocks, you could tuck them under your knee, under your thighs, so your legs are supported, feet are together. And for now, let's have the arms open out to the side. And nothing to do here, just rest. Again, feeling where you feel your breath, what you notice. Noticing again, where's your attention? And as you inhale, lift your knees up. Pause with your knees bent. Keep your right arm stretching out to the right side, and then lower your knees over to your left. And I'm resting my knees onto the block. You could rest your knees right onto the floor or keep the block there. Another great option is to put the block between your knees. So whichever works best for you. And now with the right arm reaching out, right shoulder resting on the floor, getting a little bit of a twist. And as you take this shape, feel what it's like. Where do you feel your breath? Head can look up towards the ceiling or even out towards the side. And then, preparing to come out of this, if there's a block, just move it. Lift your right leg up and then your left. Arms stretching out at shoulder height again. And this time, as you exhale, lower your knees over to your right side. And again, maybe the block is under the knees or between the knees. This other hip, I guess it's my left, it's lifting. And then you're resting, maybe looking to your left or looking straight ahead. Noticing, what do you feel? Feeling the breath come and go. Just observing how it changes. And then, preparing to come out, use an inhale. Move the block, lift the knees, place your feet on the floor. We'll do one more pose when we're in this shape, and that's as you exhale. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. And this time, let's coordinate breath and movement. So, deepening your breath and exhaling as you bring your leg in. As you inhale, let your belly expand and move your leg away. And do a few of those at your own pace. Exhaling, leg coming in. Inhaling, leg backing away. If it's causing any discomfort to your right knee, hold the back of the thigh instead. And this last time when your right knee is in, hold it in, keep the knee hugged in. And if you like, straighten your left leg out along the floor. And you can stay like that with the leg extended and relaxed, or you could try something where you bend your right knee, and that would be left knee, sorry, and bring your left heel close to your right hip. So it's like your left knee is tipping out to the side, your right knee is hugged in. That might not work for everyone, so if it's not for you, no worries. Feel your breathing. Okay, and then carefully lift your left knee, place your left foot on the floor, and then place your right foot down. As you exhale, draw your right, no, it's left. Sometimes I get my left and right mixed up. As you exhale, bring your left leg in towards your chest. As you inhale, back the leg away. Repeat this at your own pace. And then next time the leg comes in, just hold the leg steady. Let your breath move to more natural flow. If you like, straighten out your right leg. And just let it be totally relaxed. Left leg is hugged in. Feeling the breath. And then those of you who like, bend your right knee and bring your right heel close to your left hip. Let your right knee open out to the side. Great. And then lift your right leg up. Release your left foot. Pause for a moment. And then roll all the way over onto your right side and use your hands to lift yourself up. And let's come to a sitting position. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. So, sitting on the floor, you can sit with the legs in a crossed position. So I'm going to have the right leg crossed in front of the left, sitting right to the floor, or if you need a little extra lift, you could sit up onto your blocks or a blanket. From this position, twist to your right. Take your right shoulder back, lift up through the top of the head. And then as you exhale, come slightly out of the twist and fold forward over your right knee. So some people might be able to lower all the way down to the floor, and that's pretty lovely for them, but you might only be able to go just a little bit forward, and that's equally great. It's not about where your body ends up, but more about the process. More about the opportunity to feel your breathing, to notice the sensations, to use this practice to help train your mind to be present. And then inhale and all the way up. Let's change the cross of the legs. So the other leg, the left one's in front. Let's twist to the left. And then as you come out of the twist, just turn to face over your left leg, begin to go towards the floor on the left. Support yourself with the hands, or you can always bring your chair in for support. Resting down to whatever place your body says stop. Then focus your awareness in onto your breathing. Noticing what it's like. And then slowly, as you inhale, sit back. Resting your hands, just pausing for a few moments just to feel whatever you notice. Okay. And then stretch your legs out and maybe give them a little shake. And we're going to work with a pose to lift the chest. So I've got these yoga blocks here, and they're obviously awesome. You could use a book, you could use a pillow, folded blanket. I'm going to put one block on a lower height to lift my chest and one block on a little bit higher to lift my head. Then I get to go back to lying down here so my upper back is supported. Sometimes that block or a book will feel quite firm, and that's okay. As long as it's not causing you pain, a little bit of firmness is okay. And then you can straighten one leg and then the other. Allow the feet to roll open to the side. Feel your breath come and go. And you might notice how when the rib cage, when the chest is elevated, it kind of brings more space into the upper chest, upper lungs, and often creates a deeper breath. When the head is tucked so that the chin is moving towards the chest, it also often kind of closes the throat a little bit, what we call in yoga the chin lock. And that sometimes gives the breath a little bit of a whisper sound, makes it a little slower. So you might just notice that happening spontaneously. You don't need to do anything to make that happen. Okay, and then from here, and bend the knees. You can use your hands to lift your head. Inhale and sit up. Take a comfortable sitting position. So that for you might be back onto the chair. Otherwise, sitting on the floor. We're going to do a few minutes of a breathing practice. So this one's called alternate nostril breath. It doesn't work so well if you're really congested. In that case, you can just imagine, work with visualization, but otherwise we're going to use our thumb and our ring finger. And traditionally in yoga, a hand position is called a mudra. And the hand position is that the fingers tuck in. That can be a little bit uncomfortable, so you can use whatever fingers you want. But I'm going to use my ring finger and thumb. You find that part of the nose, here's the bone and then the cartilage. And just use a little bit of a light touch. Close off the left side. And as you inhale, breathe in through the right. Close off the right side, breathe out through the left. Inhale through the left side. Close it off and breathe out through the right. We call that one round. Let's try at least another one at your own pace. Inhaling through the right, stopping when it's right for you. closing off the right side, exhaling out the left, inhaling through the left, closing it off, exhaling out the right, and let's go for one more. Inhaling right, close it off, exhale left, inhale left, close it off, exhale right. When you're done, let your hands rest. Feel your breath. If you'd like, now's a great time to lie down and come into a resting position, or maybe just sit quietly with me for a few moments before the class ends. And if you like, continue to rest on your back or sit quiet in this meditative place. I'm going to sign out. Thank you so much for joining me again. Have a beautiful week, or a couple of weeks till I see you again.